Hello, my name is Eric Nation, and I'm the co-founder and partner at Operation Nation. Operation Nation is a global agency. We build headless websites with Sanity, optimized for SEO, speed, and scale. Today, I'm going to be talking about SEO optimization with Sanity, and I'm going to show you some tools and techniques that we use to make sure that every website we build with Sanity is SEO optimized, and it empowers content managers to feel confident they are following SEO best practices. One of the downsides we see when building custom websites, custom headless websites, is that it's up to developers to make sure that they are following and coding with technical SEO optimization in mind. And it's not uncommon for us to come across websites that are littered with SEO bad practices, such as multiple H1 tags, bloated images, HTML that's not semantic, slow performance, slow loading, bad core web vitals, and the list goes on. We see some pretty bad websites in our audits, and that's why it's important to hire a developer or an agency who knows about technical SEO, knows how to optimize for SEO with headless websites, and specifically Sanity if you're using Sanity. And with headless websites and Sanity, it does put more responsibility on the developers because they're building these websites out from scratch a lot of the time. That's how headless websites work. You get to pick the front end. You get to pick the front end framework that you're building, whether that's React or Vue, Next.js or whatever. These developers need to make sure they know about technical SEO when they build it, or else you're going to have a broken foundation, and then it's going to prevent your website from getting high ranking in search results and all those types of things. So this is why Operation Nation, we have a internal framework that we use whenever we build out a new headless website for a client. It's built on top of Sanity and Next.js because we believe those are the best tools to build CMS websites. And we call it the One Builder, but it's built with SEO top of mind. It's a core foundation inside the framework. That way, any new website we build for a client, it has SEO baked right into it. My business partner and wife, she's our SEO specialist, so she made sure that we had SEO baked into the kind of core framework that we use. So this video will dive into some SEO best practices that I've covered in this blog article I wrote not too long ago. But I just wanted to go over it in video tutorial format, and that way we can give you more of a demo of the tools that we use in our studio backend. Okay, so first up is SEO management and automation within Sanity. So we have implemented tools in our Sanity studio that allow you to follow best practices and allows you to control your SEO, and it empowers your content managers or your marketers, who's ever managing your website, to make sure that they're following best practices. And one way we do this is we implement a Yoast plugin that many of you are probably familiar with if you've ever used WordPress. But the Yoast plugin, it has a set of SEO best practices and metrics that you can track. Let's use this one as an example. And actually, that's not a good one. I'm still tweaking this article. Let's check content SEO versus technical SEO. I know this is a good one. So if we go here, you'll see that most of it, we're getting these green light indicators, which means we're doing good. And so anytime you have a blog article writer or your marketer creating new pages or content, this tool will evaluate the page and show you, if you're not doing so good in any areas. Like on this one, I need to work on our key phrase density and key phrases and our subheadings. But the rest of it, you can see that we're doing a pretty good job on this article. So this is pretty cool. This allows your writers to make sure they're following best practices. And this is something that we have in a separate tab right here. So anytime you go to create a new article or blog page, this tool is baked right in. So this doesn't come with Sanity. This is something that we implemented in our own template, that when we build out new websites, this is here. Okay. And so now let's talk about some on-page SEO things. So this includes like your title, your meta description, your headings, semantic HTML, image optimization, open graph images, making sure you're utilizing internal linking. So we have tools built into the Sanity Studio that makes sure that you are following best practices with this. We make it very easy. Let's show you an example. So for each new page or article that you create in your Sanity Studio, we have a section labeled SEO. This is where you get to manage your title, your meta title, your meta description. You can put in your keyword here that you're focusing on. We have a really cool tool for OG image generation. So on your team or in your company, if you don't have resources for a graphic designer to create, custom hero images for every article or page, you can utilize this feature right here. So let's say, for example, we decided not to upload a hero image, then it would fall back to this OG image. And the OG image is what gets displayed for open graph images for social media. Like whenever you share a link on Twitter or Facebook, it generates an image preview. This is what gets displayed. And so this just helps for click-through rates through conversion and making sure you're displaying branded images for you. Let's see what else we have. This includes validation to make sure your title and description are following best practices by Google for character limit. Okay. And we make sure that we're following Semantic HTML. You can customize your headings in the rich text editor. So right here, this is a H2. You can choose whichever ones you want. We already talked about open graph images. Let's talk about image optimization a little bit. This is one thing that gets overlooked a lot or doesn't get paid special enough attention to, because there are a lot of websites out there that have bloated images that are very larger than need to be. And so with Next.js, this is a React framework for production enterprise level websites. It's one of the most popular React frameworks out there. And they have a very useful image optimization component. And this allows you to optimize for the size, making sure that it automatically serves the correct size images for each device, which is super handy. It helps with visual stability, preventing layout shift. So we use this component within our own framework which makes it easy for the end client to, whenever they upload images, to make sure you are, rendering the most optimized version of that image according to whichever device the user is using. All right, so that covers some of the on-page SEO. Let's talk more about technical SEO. So this is more things that are coded on the back end for Robots.txt file, automatic sitemap generation, making sure you're optimizing code and minifying it, page speed, things like this. So let's go over some of these. So for a robot.txt file in our framework, we make sure that a robot.txt file is generated for the website, and you can control this via this little widget right here for publish status, whether it's public or whether you want to hide it from Google, but it can still be accessed, or whether you want it to be hidden from search engines and Google altogether. So whatever you set right here will automatically control the output in the robots.txt file, which is pretty cool. Automatic sitemap generation. So with Next.js tools, we are able to automatically generate sitemaps for your website. So you don't have to worry about controlling it or setting it up. It's all done for you within our framework builder. You can download it here, and then you upload it to Google Search Console, which we take care of for you. Any website we build for our clients, we take care of all that. But let's say you're trying to build your own Sanity website, or you're an agency and you wanted to use our internal framework. This allows you to download it, then you can upload it into Google Search Console. We also allow you to control redirects. If you wanted to add a new redirect, you just put in the from URL and where you want it to go to. You can control whether that's permanent or temporary, which is pretty cool. Go ahead and delete this document. All of our websites that we build follow best practices for being mobile friendly and responsive. Any website we build, we guarantee that the result will be over 90% and the performance score for Google Core Web Vitals. This makes sure that your website is scoring well in Google. Let's see. An important one is Schema Markup. Let's talk about that a little bit, because a lot of websites out there are their developers are too lazy or they just don't know better. They're not taking advantage of schema markup. So since a lot of websites, the majority of websites out there on the web aren't using schema markup, this gives you an opportunity to use schema markup with a plugin we just recently built. So Operation Nation built a open source schema markup plugin for Sanity. And this makes it really easy to add schema markup to any article or page that you're doing via the UI. Now, a lot of developers will do this all automatically on the back end with code, but this gives more power to the client or whoever your end user is in Sanity to make sure that they can control the schema for an article or page. And yeah, we have a blog article that goes into it. We have a video tutorial. I'll put a link down in the description for that, but we have detailed instructions on the plugin and how to use it, and it gives examples. So that is pretty cool. So hopefully with everything we've just gone over, this gives you a better look into how we optimize SEO on Sanity websites here at Operation Nation. There are a lot of techniques and tools that we use that'll set you up for success in implementing these in your own website, or whether you decide that you want to work with us to build your next website, you'll make sure that you get a website that is super optimized for SEO. And for more SEO expertise or insights, you can check us out over at operationnation.co. And if you feel like your website is struggling with SEO and it's not ranking well, but you have quality content and you think it's some technical thing wrong, reach out to us. We can do an SEO audit. One of our SEO specialists will jump on it for you. You can reach out on our website. There'll be a link down below in the description for a Calendly link, and you can set up a free SEO consultation. But thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and follow us for more SEO and Sanity tips. Talk to you later.